What?
Jaw drop. Does it that?
Dot dot dot.
This is not as I was expecting.
A
Just
blonde?
chilling.
I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway, staring at the beautiful girl.
Okay, Hisao.
Okay.
Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me.
Hello
I guess it
there.
should be.
Oh, wait, who should be?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay,
do you want to do it? This is like you got a good
I'll
voice.
go with it, I guess.
We should probably take turns taking characters though. So like the next character I'll do it, and the next is Whebas. Just
Okay.
go like that.
Well, Webus, he has a lot of dialogue,
The
honestly.
narrator, yeah.
Bro.
I have 3 characters to be fair, and I don't think 2 of them show up that often. And one of them dot dot dot. So I feel bad.
That's your most
But you're
vocal.
better at voicing.
Okay, I'll voice this one then. Or unless you
Yeah.
want to take it, actually.
It sounds like you had something going there, and I feel like I'll just be disappointing us. I'll take the next person that
Okay.
shows up.
Hello there. May I help you?
Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice that reminds me she's as being separate from the room itself.
Okay, good. I picked a good voice then.
Really good, actually.
Not only is she likely the tallest
Oh,
girl I've ever laid eyes on, but
Okay.
even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. I'm not sure what Sal means by that.
Hotch.
Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost.
Hmm.
She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand.
Care to take a seat?
Is she blind?
Unexpected. She might be. She's like staring blankly at that
It's gonna
wall.
suck. Bro, like, do you know where the library is? I can't read books.
Well, this braille. This braille.
Yeah, but why would you go to the library? I mean, I guess maybe.
No, because this is a disabled school. Of course, there's gonna be
That's it.
accommodation.
Yeah, that's fair. But I feel like a blind person wouldn't be the best to give her directions. Anyways, continue.
Unexpected considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That and the slight cloudiness, yeah, she is blind. Cloudiness to her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji.
Oh, I love Kenji.
He's awesome.
Kind of think
Gamer,
of
true
it,
gamer
her
over there.
He
voice
really
doesn't
is.
have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese.
Okay, good. I didn't give her an accent.
As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office.
I take it you're a new student to Yamaku?
Yeah, I just transferred in yesterday.
Now, how would she know that? She can't see.
I get the
Blind power.
distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action.
I'm Lily Satao. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao now. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
This is a teacup. Would you care for a drink?
Sure.
Aw.
As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking the request in stride. With another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty fingers to measure the right amount of water in the cup.
Just sticks her finger in there.
That's what I was thinking. Let me see.
It's one thing to
Makes it
see the
better.
different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how
Lemon
everyone seems to
fingers.
adapt. Awesome.
Yeah.
Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer preparing the drink.
So,
Her voice brings me out of my silent observance.
which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school.
The school library, Shizune and me. Some classmates told me it was on this floor.
Why doesn't he?
He's embarrassed.
I do
She
not
finishes
associate
pour-
with them.
No, I really don't. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it being stirred.
I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no?
That's right, in the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand.
He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do.
As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up.
It's a new
What the
Hasao.
heck?
Hasao moment.
Heck yeah, that one right there. That's thumbnail image.
Nonetheless,
Clickbait.
it smells quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Satel. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her face.
Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal.
She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well.
Well read.
I guess I should try asking. I should try and ask about herself. Ask her about herself, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Haha.
Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students. So they have a whole class just for them.
Wow.
I see. Wow, Hisao.
I don't. It's just crying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This
At
guy.
least he acknowledges it.
I feel like slapping myself for the foul pass. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it.
My. There's no need to change your speech on my account.
Sure. Sorry, I guess I'm really showing my newness here.
Your newness. Show me your newness.
I'm not really comfortable with that. We've only just met.
I'll really get to know your newness.
Uh,
Give it here in my hand.
Okay.
An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for that. Or for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their condition.
a category which would include her, it seems, all too ready to jump ship from this particular topic. I segue into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place.
You come here often?
Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at.
I come here fairly often during lunch breaks. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea.
Class representative, huh? Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs.
Hmm.
What kind of clubs are there to join?
The more popular ones are the Track and Field Club, which uses a field near the school during lunchtime, and the Basketball Club, and the Book Club in the room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though, such as the Art and Music Clubs.
At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club?
It isn't, though it is encouraged.
Ah, good, that's a relief. I wasn't planning on joining one anyway. I've really let down my guard around this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Now wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same.
Oh.
Oh, as I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint.
It's getting intense here.
Like, yeah.
Even here, time doesn't stand still. The time's gone quickly.
Sorry?
Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the setting.
Okay,
It just looks like the sun's starting to set. Sorry, you can't see it. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of time.
Sorry, Hisao. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long.
I quickly moved to allay her concern. No, it's okay. The library is still open, isn't it?
No, it actually isn't.
Big close.
She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. It's probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems likely to know in any case.
True. It's open until 6:30 during weekdays.
A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there.
Okay.
I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her.
He gets up and says, "See you later." It was my
I hope he says
pleasure.
that.
Oh, come to think of it, Shall I show you where the library is?
I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it, alright? Well, unless my navigational skills fail me. Which they seem to have a habit of doing.
It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you.
This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer.
Okay.
If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. His must be for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation.
Makes sense.
Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door to the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing.
Wow, this room is really warm.
Ladies first.
Okay.
No way.
She gives me an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is the wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with this distinct smell of old books giving the place an almost old-world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms.
Yuko, are you here?
She says it to thin air since the librarian doesn't seem to be present, and of course Lily can't see this.
Of course.
Of course.
And of course Lily can't see this. What's
She can't.
unexpected is that it draws a reaction. Something
Oh.
from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail.
Ow. Well,
Person's sleeping under the
Jayden.
counter.
Well, Jayden.
Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
Oh.
Alright.
I don't know what voice to give. I don't even.
Well, you can go generic, and then once you see them, you can give them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
That is a librarian.
That's a librarian if I ever seen one.
The origin.
Yeah.
Apparently, the librarian quickly crawls out and bounces up to extremely rigid attention.
Hi, Lily. How can I help you?
So tender. Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head.
She's not very good at talking.
Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound, like someone bonking their head on a table.
It's nothing. I just hit my head. I dropped an eraser near my desk, and I was looking for it. A pencil dropped, and I was looking for the both, and you came and surprised me.
Are you alright? I'm sorry. I couldn't know.
It's okay. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me.
Oh.
This is so tragic.
I've had worse.
So depressive. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconceived by bashing her head on the counter.
Yes, worse things have happened.
What is
What is?
a tragic backstory to the librarian?
Yeah, hit her head.
The girl fidgets, she probably like broken arm.
No.
The girl fidgets, she had to get it amputated. The girl
The
fidgets.
librarian?
Yeah, that's not even her real arm. That's prosthetic.
Yeah.
Those look
Gotta replace her whole body actually.
but,
She her whole body is
robot.
like yeah.
Robot. Worst things have happened to me. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems to fit a library, perfectly.
Okay. Lily, did you get my message?
Message. Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived.
Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but
Amidst her celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure, she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does.
You brought a boy to the library?
oh boy. Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian.
Pleased to meet you.
Sad. Right. Sad. Pleased to meet you too. Sad.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me.
So kind.
Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
Just freaking out.
How it's any responsibility at all, I don't get. But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
Yuri reference.
She's a gamer.
But
So there are a lot of books in Braille here. I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops onto my head. It seems to work at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less tense.
uh-huh.
Well, I think about a third or a fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary. And then I have to organize and shelf all of them. It's
Oh,
bad.
that's so sad.
It's so troublesome, and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job.
um,
Dot, dot, dot. A very awkward silence follows the revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind.
I'll walk away from this if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me. Alright.
Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if it's all right with you.
My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms.
Heck yeah.
I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here.
Alright.
The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library.
I mean, what did you expect when entering a library?
It's as if the calm mood from the library, from the room I had tea with Lily in stuck with us in here, unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd student sitting at a desk either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of several beanbags.
Okay, place your bets. Who is it? Who's in the library?
Probably his
Misha.
roommate.
Kenji?
I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine be one of the two
I can't
girls
imagine
because
it
he
being
just
Misha.
departed. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
slouching on the bag.
maybe it's the girl that he's flipping in and out of class all the time.
Oh, good shout. I'm gonna say
Misha.
Shizune. Just, I don't know.
Misha. I love
Hmm.
Misha. She's a character.
She is a character.
Alright. Oh, you,
Heck
you are
yeah.
Oh,
right. Okay.
it's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it.
It's not that close to her face.
And the way she was
It's in her
acting
lap,
today,
actually.
I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head.
Why do you have to emphasize pegged?
Pegged. I had her
You
pegged.
know why?
Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl.
No way.
I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe.
Yeah, I mean, you just caused an earthquake by dropping your books on the floor. I'd be pretty scared
Yeah.
too.
Hey, my name's
Subtle.
Sasao Nakai. It's the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third, if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I am shocked and divert my eyes to the book in her hands, before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up to her for.
What do
Oh.
you want to say?
All these choices seem kind of stupid.
Second one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
He knows what he's talking about.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It sounds so
Hey,
creepy.
I didn't mean to startle you.
Rizzmaster, he knows what he's doing.
Oh,
Yeah. It's okay.
you're gonna have to be a little louder than that, actually.
Dang it! Okay, fine. Yeah, editor, cut that out. We're gonna do it again.
Restart.
Restart. It's okay.
The girl certainly doesn't look like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? Question mark. She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods just a little.
Oh, okay.
I take the seat next to her and she hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi, never heard of it.
It must be a bad book. I never heard of it.
So, sorry again for starting you. I'm Sal. She looks up from her books, stalling a little before replying.
No. We are in the same class.
Sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
She looks like a robot. Her speech distorted.
What?
Sorry, I let the Hisao persona, like,
It's
the method.
within me.
He's getting in character.
Yeah, a method acting.
Mm.
His speech is stilted and so quiet that it is barely audible even in the still library. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong.
Hanako. I'm Hanako.
Okay.
Dot dot dot. I resist the urge to say that's a nice name, just to have something to say, but really it's the only thing I can think of. Then say
Aesthetic.
it, so. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other, and here I am, being all bothered and fuss about that kind of thing. That's true. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check these books if you don't mind. She nods a little and sighs a little sigh of relief.
It's not like him.
Dot dot dot. So I try to read the covers and the introductions of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book.
That was the sound of her burying her face in their book.
Uncomfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wander to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars it's hiding.
What secrets are behind that hair?
I wonder.
Bad
After a while,
rash.
I realize that she's doing the same and only pretending to be immersed in Life of Pi. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though it darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable.
Happening.
What the?
Oh, she stands up forcefully from the beanbag and takes a deep breath.
Scene change.
I.
She's glitching out.
I? Question mark.
I'm gonna go do something.
Great.
Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter.
This is really your role. I love it.
Like, yeah.
Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start.
He's gonna chase her.
her. He like lunges after her.
Wait, no.
By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Guys, you gotta come check this out.
Where'd you
Hey,
go?
did you notice a girl run past here?
Maybe? What does she look like? My phone died. I forgot.
Long dark hair, kinda shy. She had, well, some scars on her face.
You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you?
Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something.
With my massive aura.
Massive aura.
Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I had better try and find her. Oh,
Get the
blind person to find the runaway.
Yeah, I will go look for her. We'll leave this up for next episode, guys.
Yeah,
we'll
for next
chase her
episode,
down.
We'll find all the secrets of this Hanako individual, and whatever, we'll chase her down. In the
Awesome.
meantime, bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye, guys.